One Tesla employee took an enormous risk by openly discussing the company's hidden challenges. What he didn't realize was that the most powerful man in the organization was listening. The idea struck Elon Musk in the middle of the night, simple yet profound, something he couldn't ignore. For years, he had built his companies on innovation, constantly defying limits others deemed impossible. He revolutionized industries, silenced skeptics, and brought science fiction to life. But despite these accomplishments, there was something he couldn't quite shake. A question lingered in his mind. Did his employees truly share his vision? Or had layers of management, policies, and bureaucracy diluted Tesla's core purpose? It wasn't about sales figures, customer surveys, or board meetings. He wanted the raw, unfiltered truth. And there was only one way to get it. Elon wasn't the type of CEO to remain behind a desk, detached from reality. He needed to be on the ground, but showing up as himself wouldn't work. Employees would immediately adjust their posture, choose their words carefully, and say only what they thought he wanted to hear. He needed honesty, not rehearsed responses. So he did something unexpected. A simple hoodie, dark jeans, and a baseball cap pulled low over his face. No bodyguards, no assistants. Just another man walking into a Tesla showroom. It felt strange at first. He was used to being recognized instantly. Whispers, double takes, people reaching for their phones. But not today. Today, he was nobody. And for once, he liked it that way. He chose an Austin, Texas showroom, deliberately. It wasn't the biggest or the flashiest, but its proximity to Tesla's gigafactory meant some employees there might have insights others lacked. As he approached the glass doors, he caught a glimpse of his reflection. Would they recognize him? Probably not. Without his usual sharp suits and signature stance, he was just another customer. He stepped inside. Bright overhead lights reflected off the sleek Tesla models. The showroom buzzed with quiet conversations, customers asking questions, employees explaining features. Everything looked perfect. Too perfect. Slowing his pace, he blended into the crowd. All he had to do was wait. Then, something unexpected happened. A conversation, just a few feet away, caught his ear. It wasn't the standard pitch about Tesla's cutting-edge technology or self-driving capabilities. It was different. It was real. A young sales associate was speaking with a skeptical-looking middle-aged customer. His voice was polite, but there was hesitation, like he was debating whether to say something he shouldn't. And then he did. Elon stopped mid-step. What he heard next changed everything. Pretending to examine a Model S, he positioned himself nearby, ensuring he could hear without being noticed. The young employee, likely in his late 20s, with an ID badge clipped to his polo shirt, let out a nervous chuckle. Shifting his weight, hands in his pockets, he sighed. "Look, man," he lowered his voice, "I'm supposed to give you the whole 'Tesla is the future. You won't regret it' speech. But between you and me—" He glanced over his shoulder, checking for managers. "There's some stuff you should know." The customer, arms crossed, raised an eyebrow. "Oh." The employee hesitated, scanning the showroom. Then, with a sigh, he went all in. "It's not just about the cars," he admitted. "The tech is great, don't get me wrong. But the company, the way things are run, there's a lot they don't want you to know." Elon's grip tightened on the car door handle. His pulse quickened. "Go on," the customer urged, intrigued. The employee hesitated again, then shrugged. "I've been here almost 3 years. At first it was exciting. Felt like we were part of something bigger. But lately? I don't know. It's like the higher-ups stopped caring about the people on the ground. Everything's about deadlines and numbers. We push out cars so fast we barely have time to make sure they're perfect. And customer complaints? Half of them never even reach corporate. You think Elon hears about any of this? Elon swallowed hard. The customer frowned. Wait, you're saying Tesla cuts corners? Not exactly, the employee clarified, but sometimes we move too fast. The pressure is insane. People quit all the time. And those who stay, we don't talk about it, but we feel it. That tension. You ever worked somewhere where you knew you were just a number? Elon clenched his jaw. This wasn't just an offhand complaint. This was an inside look at the company, from someone experiencing it firsthand. But he needed more. He shifted slightly, ensuring he remained unnoticed. What about the self-driving software? The customer asked. I read reports saying it's not as reliable as they claim. The employee lowered his voice even further. Between you and me, they're always tweaking it. Always. But some of us have seen the test logs, the real-world data. It's better than most people think, but not as flawless as they make it sound. He exhaled. I shouldn't even be saying this. Elon's pulse quickened. This wasn't small talk. This was critical insight. And for the first time in a long time, he felt something unfamiliar. Doubt. Then, the conversation took a turn neither of them expected. Excuse me, a new voice cut in. Both the employee and the customer turned. A manager, arms crossed, expression unreadable. Step into my office. Now. The employee stiffened, his face draining of color. Elon took a slow breath. His mind raced. He had just witnessed something important. And now, he had a decision to make.